Washington Commanders have a lot of different things going for them. Obviously, bringing in guys like Carson Wentz, to be your quarterback. No, it's like the quarterback position is just the hardest to figure out. But when you got guys, and you got training camp coming up, you've got a lot of different things to look at. Yeah, you're pretty excited. So, I think there's a couple different players that you need to watch when it comes to the Washington Commanders, especially as we head forward into training camp and kind of take a serious look at some of the things that this team could look like, and what specific players could find big roles with the team. So I'm excited for this season, but I also know that this is the time when most teams feel like they can do anything, but I mean that's just how it goes. So here we go with Commanders player number one that I think everybody needs to watch during training camp. Obviously, it's Carson Wentz. The tough thing about this is, yes, he's coming into, it's a new team. He's got talent. His offensive line is respectable. He's got good wide receivers. Is it different than what he had with the Colts? I believe, in my opinion, I feel like the Colts had a more of a solidified defense, but the Commanders' defense actually is really good. I think, honestly, it just takes the right coaching to be able to unlock it, and I think Ron Rivera and company, I think they can do it. I've said it from the very beginning. This defensive line, this defense has the potential to be very good. It's the question of, can the coaching unlock that kind of potential? So it's something to see. So, Carson Wentz has been a pretty successful quarterback in the NFL, obviously, second year in the NFL. NFL MVP honors, or was in the running. We all get it. Yeah, that was the Eagles beat the Vikings to go to the Super Bowl and win it. But then you saw, over the years with Philadelphia, it kind of just dissipated, and then he went to the Colts last year. Played well at times, but did not get it done overall. Just did not get it done at the end of the day. So obviously, he's going to be a player you want to keep a huge eye on, because he is a guy that, quite honestly, he could be your starting quarterback, and I think he could definitely have worse starting quarterbacks. But at the same time, it's going to be interesting to see. Plus, the whole Taylor Heineke aspect and how that thing will all unfold. Player number two, I think that Commanders fans and everybody needs to watch, Johann Dotson. I loved Johann Dotson coming out of the draft this year. He was a stud coming out of Penn State, and I really think he's going to be a guy, Terry McLaurin, everybody on that offense, I think is going to be a guy that really does solidify himself. I think him, Curtis Samuel, Antonio Gibson just adds another element to this offense. By the way, I was going to mention Logan Thomas. I called it that man was going to break up, and nobody believed me. But anyway, Johann Dotson, really had himself a career at Penn State. Really came on in his senior year, coming out and having over 1,100 receiving yards and 12 touchdowns, had over 90 catches as well. So, I really think that's going to translate well to the NFL. I think he brings a lot of different explosiveness, speed, and really a playmaker to the offense for the Commanders. I think he's going to do a lot of good different things for him, and I think he's going to find a way to get on the field early and really impress a lot of people. So I'm really excited about the future and what Johann Dotson, the future for Johann Dotson and what he'll bring to the Commanders. Player number three that I think everybody needs to watch, defensive tackle Fletcher Mathis. Now, I love Fletcher Mathis coming up out of Alabama. Dude, arguably, has the best interior pass rush out of this entire draft. Arguably. I mean, guy had 9 sacks? We'll get into that last year for Alabama. My question is, what's his role going to be right away? Is he going to find a way to get on the field with a defensive line that's already stacked, and Jerron Payne, Jonathan Allen, Montez Sweat, all those guys? What is his I'm sorry, I had a brain fart there for a second. What is his role going to be with this team? Is it going to be kind of a guy that's going to come off the bench a little bit, which I could foresee. I could foresee him, not exactly getting the time of day to start things out, but that's okay. I don't think that he has to be that starter right away. I think they can use his strength, which is pass rushing. They can use him to go ahead and get after the quarterback. So I don't think there's necessarily a lot of pressure when it comes to a guy like Fletcher Mathis, but I think there's some things to work with. So I'm excited to see what he'll do in terms of what and how he will contribute for the Commanders in year one. But I do think he is a name to watch because there's a lot of different things going on with it. So Commanders player number 4, our final player here, and I know that we're probably missing somebody, so let us know in the comment section who's a player you guys are keeping an eye on. But our Commanders player number 4 to watch, linebacker Jamin Davis. Listen, I get it. This man did not exactly play up to par this last season for the Commanders. I get it. I get the frustration. I get everything that comes along with it. But this man, I'm not ready to give up on him. He was a stud coming up out of college. So, obviously coming to the Commanders, had 76 tackles, also had a sack last year. I don't know if Mike is his best spot. Like coming out of Kentucky, maybe it is. I don't know, but coming up out of Kentucky, he was really good. I felt like he was a player that, with the right coaching, with the right circumstance, with all the right different things going on, he could be a guy that really found himself with a chance to contribute right away. And if he started, okay, fine. Now I know he's a former first round pick, 19th overall last year, had over 100 tackles for Kentucky his junior year there. Also had 3 picks, including a pick 6. So he's got some things going for him. But overall, I do think he is a guy that you're going to want to keep an eye on. I'm not ready to give up on him. I think you've got to be really encouraged by the fact that I think what he brings in terms of the physical traits. And I think he could be a leader on this defense one day. So I'm not ready to give up on Jamin Davis. I think he's going to be a lot of fun to watch and a player that could be a big part of this defense moving forward. But let us know what you guys think. That's it. Those are our Washington Commanders players to watch during training camp. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are truthfully awesome. We love every single one of you. Down in the description below, you find all of our social media platforms. So give us a like and a follow there. Also remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about the Washington Commanders players that are Washington Commanders players to watch during training camp.